In the vast expanse of naval warfare, a select few battleships have left an indelible mark on history. From their colossal size to their awe-inspiring firepower, these behemoths ruled the seas with unmatched dominance. Join us as we embark on a journey through time to explore the 10 biggest battleships of all time. From ancient naval marvels to modern engineering marvels, we'll unveil the secrets behind these magnificent warships that shaped the course of warfare. Brace yourself as we delve into the stories of colossal cannons, impenetrable armor, and the relentless spirit of the brave sailors who manned these floating fortresses. So, grab your binoculars, strap on your life vest, and join us on this epic voyage as we navigate through the turbulent waters of naval history. Subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and prepare to set sail with us as we unveil the top 10 biggest battleships of all time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss a single battle-worthy episode. Together, let's explore the maritime wonders that have left an indelible mark on our world. Prepare for an epic adventure. Top 10. The King George V class with 45,360 long tons was a class of battleships built for the Royal Navy during World War II, consisting of 5 ships, namely HMS King George V, HMS Prince of Wales, HMS Duke of York, HMS Ensign, and HMS Howe. The class was named after King George V of the United Kingdom. These battleships were designed to be powerful and versatile, capable of engaging enemy ships and providing naval artillery support to ground forces. They were armed with 10 14-inch 356mm main guns and twin turrets, which gave them a formidable offensive capability. Additionally, they were equipped with a substantial array of secondary armament, including numerous dual-purpose guns and anti-aircraft guns. The King George V class boasted advanced armor protection, with thick belt armor and well-protected vital areas, making them resilient against enemy attacks. They also incorporated advanced fire control systems and radar technology, which enhanced their accuracy and effectiveness in combat. Top 9. The Littorio class with 45,485 long tons, also known as the Vittorio Veneto class, was a class of battleships built for the Italian Navy during the 1930s, consisting of 4 ships, namely Littorio, Vittorio Veneto, Roma and Impero. This class represented Italy's response to the naval arms race of that era. The Littorio-class battleships were designed to be fast, heavily armed, and well protected. They were armed with 9 15-inch 381mm main guns, which were arranged in 3 triple turrets, giving them a significant firepower advantage. Additionally, they were equipped with secondary armament, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes for close-range defense. These battleships were notable for their innovative design features. They incorporated a unique armored citadel and advanced anti-torpedo protection, making them more resilient to damage. The Littorio class also boasted a high top speed capable of reaching speeds up to 30 knots, 56 km per hour, which made them among the fastest battleships of their time. Despite their impressive design, the Littorio-class battleships saw limited action during World War II. Littorio and Vittorio Veneto participated in several naval engagements in the Mediterranean, including the Battle of Cape Spartivento and the Battle of Cape Matapan. Roma was tragically sunk by a German guided missile during the war, while Impero remained incomplete and was eventually scrapped. Top 8. The Nagato class with 45,950 long tons was a class of battleships constructed for the Imperial Japanese Navy in the early 20th century, consisting of 2 ships, namely Nagato and Matsu. The Nagato-class battleships were at the forefront of Japanese naval power during World War II. These battleships were designed with a focus on firepower and speed. They were armed with 8 16-inch 406mm main guns, arranged in 4 twin turrets, which provided a formidable striking capability. The Nagato class also featured a secondary armament of numerous 5.5-inch, 140mm, and 6.1-inch, 155mm guns, as well as anti-aircraft guns and torpedo tubes. The Nagato-class battleships showcased several innovative design elements. They incorporated a combination of advanced armor protection, including belt armor and deck armor, which made them relatively well protected. The class also boasted impressive speed for battleships of their time, capable of reaching speeds up to 26 knots 48 km per hour. During World War II, both Nagato and Mutsu saw action in various engagements. Nagato participated in the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Battle of Midway, and the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Mutsu, unfortunately, met a tragic fate when it exploded and sank in 1943, while anchored in Hiroshima Bay. Top 7. The South Dakota class with 46,200 long tons was a class of battleships built for the United States Navy during World War II, comprising 4 ships, namely USS South Dakota, USS Indiana, USS Massachusetts, and USS Alabama. The class represented a significant improvement over the previous North Carolina class. The South Dakota class battleships were designed to address shortcomings identified in earlier designs. They featured improved armor protection, enhanced anti-torpedo defenses, and better anti-aircraft capabilities. The ships were armed with 9 16-inch, 406mm main guns in triple turrets, providing formidable firepower against surface targets. These battleships boasted impressive speed, capable of reaching speeds up to 27 knots, 50 km per hour, allowing them to keep up with carrier task forces and engage in fast-paced naval operations. They were also equipped with a range of secondary armament, including 5-inch, 127mm guns, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes. During World War II, the South Dakota-class battleships played significant roles in various theaters of operation. They participated in major naval battles, such as the Battle of Guadalcanal, where USS South Dakota engaged in a close-quarters duel with Japanese battleships. The class also provided vital naval gunfire support during amphibious operations in the Pacific. Top 6. The North Carolina class with 46,700 long tons was a class of battleships built for the United States Navy during World War II, consisting of 2 ships, namely USS North Carolina and USS Washington. The class represented a significant leap in naval technology and capabilities. The North Carolina-class battleships were designed to address the shortcomings of their predecessors and incorporate lessons learned from previous conflicts. They featured improved armor protection, advanced anti-torpedo defenses, and enhanced anti-aircraft capabilities. The ships were armed with 9 16-inch, 406mm main guns in triple turrets, providing significant firepower against surface targets. These battleships were also notable for their high speed, capable of reaching speeds up to 28 knots, 52 km per hour. This allowed them to operate effectively with carrier task forces and respond quickly to changing operational requirements. They were additionally equipped with an array of secondary armament, including 5-inch, 127mm guns, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes. During World War II, the North Carolina-class battleships played crucial roles in various Pacific theater operations. They participated in major naval engagements, such as the Battle of the Eastern Solomons and the Battle of Guadalcanal, providing invaluable fire support and protecting aircraft carriers from enemy threats. Top 5. The Richelieu class with 48,180 long tons was a class of battleships built for the French Navy in the late 1930s, comprising 2 ships, namely Richelieu and Jean Bart. The class was the most advanced and powerful battleships constructed by France. The Richelieu-class battleships were designed with a focus on speed, firepower, and modern naval technology. They were armed with 8 15-inch, 380mm main guns and quadruple turrets, providing significant firepower against surface targets. The ships also featured secondary armament, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes for close-range defense. One of the notable characteristics of the Richelieu class was their high speed. They could reach a top speed of 32 knots, 59 km per hour, making them among the fastest battleships of their time. This speed allowed them to maneuver swiftly and keep up with carrier task forces. During World War II, the Richelieu-class battleships saw limited action due to France's early surrender to Germany. Richelieu participated in the Allied operations against Vichy France, while Jean Bart remained incomplete during the war and eventually joined the war effort in 1945. Both ships supported various operations, including the bombardment of Axis positions in North Africa and the Battle of Casablanca. Top 4. HMS Vanguard with 51,420 long tons was the last battleship built for the British Royal Navy and the lead ship of her class. Commissioned in 1946, she represented the culmination of battleship design and technology. Although her active service was relatively short, HMS Vanguard was armed with 8 15-inch, 381mm main guns and quadruple turrets, providing formidable firepower. She also featured secondary armament, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes. Vanguard had a high top speed of 30 knots, 56 kilometers per hour, which was exceptional for a battleship of her size. Despite being completed after World War II, HMS Vanguard saw limited action during her service. She participated in training exercises and represented British naval power during ceremonial occasions. However, the advent of aircraft carriers and advancements in naval aviation rendered battleships less relevant, and Vanguard was decommissioned in 1960. After her retirement, HMS Vanguard was used for target practice and ultimately scrapped in 1961. Although her active service was relatively short and uneventful, Vanguard remains a significant symbol of the Royal Navy's battleship legacy. Top 3. The Bismarck class with 51,800 long tons consisted of 2 battleships built for the German Kriegsmarine during World War II. The class is named after its lead ship, the legendary Bismarck. The second ship, Tirpitz, was larger and more heavily armored. The Bismarck-class battleships were designed with a focus on firepower, protection, and offensive capabilities. They were armed with 8 15-inch, 380mm main guns and 4 twin turrets, giving them a considerable striking power. These battleships also featured a secondary armament of numerous 5.9-inch, 150mm guns, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes. The Bismarck-class battleships boasted formidable armor protection, with thick belt armor and extensive internal compartments. This made them resilient against enemy attacks, particularly from smaller caliber weapons. However, their armor was not impenetrable, as demonstrated by the eventual sinking of the Bismarck. The Bismarck-class battleships were deployed in the Atlantic during World War II and saw limited active service. The Bismarck engaged in a historic and highly dramatic naval battle with British forces in 1941. After sustaining heavy damage, it was ultimately sunk by British torpedoes. Tirpitz, on the other hand, spent most of her service in Norway as a deterrent to Allied operations. Top 2. The Iowa class with 57,540 long tons, consisting of 4 battleships built for the United States Navy during World War II, was one of the most powerful and iconic battleship classes ever constructed. The class included the USS Iowa, USS New Jersey, USS Missouri, and USS Wisconsin. The Iowa-class battleships were designed with a focus on firepower, protection, and versatility. They were armed with 9 16-inch, 406mm main guns and 3 turrets, providing an immense striking power against both surface targets and shore bombardments. These battleships also had a substantial secondary armament, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes for close-range defense. One of the notable features of the Iowa class was their exceptional speed. With a top speed of over 30 knots, 56 kilometers per hour, they were among the fastest battleships ever constructed. This allowed them to operate effectively with carrier task forces and respond swiftly to changing operational requirements. The Iowa-class battleships saw action in both World War II and the Korean War. They played crucial roles in major naval engagements, such as the Battle of Leyte Gulf and the Battle of Incheon. These battleships were also involved in numerous naval bombardments, supporting amphibious landings, and providing fire support for ground operations. Top 1. The Yamato class with 71,659 long tons, consisting of 2 battleships, Yamato and Musashi, was the epitome of Japanese naval power during World War II. These battleships were the largest and heaviest ever constructed, and they represented the pinnacle of Japanese naval engineering. The Yamato-class battleships were designed with a primary focus on firepower and protection. They were armed with 9 18.1-inch, 460mm main guns, the largest caliber ever mounted on a battleship, housed in 3 triple turrets. This immense firepower provided them with unparalleled striking power against enemy vessels. Additionally, They were equipped with numerous secondary armaments, anti-aircraft guns, and torpedo tubes. The class was also renowned for its impressive armor protection. Their thick belt armor, extensive torpedo defense systems, and advanced compartmentalization made them heavily fortified. However, their armor protection was ultimately not enough to withstand relentless attacks from enemy aircraft. During World War II, the Yamato-class battleships saw limited active service. The Yamato participated in the Battle of Leyte Gulf, where it was eventually sunk by overwhelming air attacks. The Musashi met a similar fate during the Battle of the Sibian Sea. Their immense size and power, while imposing, made them vulnerable to aerial attacks and the changing dynamics of naval warfare. The Yamato-class battleships symbolized the ambitions of the Imperial Japanese Navy and the country's pursuit of naval supremacy. Despite their limited operational success, they remain subjects of fascination and admiration due to their size, firepower, and advanced design. Today, the wrecks of the Yamato and Musashi serve as memorials and reminders of the battleship's place in naval history. And there you have it, the 10 biggest battleships of all time. From their immense size to their awe-inspiring firepower, these ships have etched their names into the annals of naval history. We hope you enjoyed this epic journey through time and the stories behind these mighty warships. If you found this video fascinating and want to dive deeper into the world of naval history, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We have more captivating content coming your way, exploring the secrets of military might, remarkable battles, and the incredible people who shaped our world. See you in the next adventure.